Okay. Okay. Hello Jordan and Alex, I believe you were in South Africa last year. Can you tell me a wee bit about how you ended up being in South Africa and what kind of, what you were actually doing when you were out there, who you were working with?
Yeah, so we were at a project called Boys Town,
Okay.
which was based on the coast in a province called KwaZulu-Natal. And yeah, the selection process, we didn't particularly aim for Boys Town. We were very open. We said, you choose where you'd like us to go, more or less. And yeah, we both selected to work with criminal youth who more or less were on the last chance before they did end up in prison. So they were between 11 and 18 years old.
Okay.
All from completely different backgrounds, with completely different issues. And yeah, so we spent the year building up relationships with them through teaching, mainly sports, coaching and guidance counselling, if anything.
Trying to be a role model for the boys was our main target as well, being a big brother figure that they could rely on, but to do that we needed to communicate effectively with them.
And how did you do that? I mean, what language were you using to communicate with them?
When we first got there, we realised that some of the boys, literally their English was very, very poor. So we quickly made the decision that for us to have a good working relationship with them, that we'd have to learn Zulu, basic Zulu.
Wow.
But when we did that, we found that we really could find a common ground with them and get through to them so much more. They appreciated the messages that you give them in Zulu, because it really was showing that we'd make the effort for them, and they'd give that back in terms of trying to learn English. It was really healthy for everyone. If you made the effort, so would they.
So that helped to build up their respect for you and your respect for them, having just the basic language that you could communicate with them. Did you have a languages background? Did you do languages at school? Are you planning to take languages forward at university?
I did Spanish GCSE.
Yeah,
but if I'm honest, I hated it. I was never a language person, but actually being submersed in the culture and realising that if you do put the effort in, you really can. Things work. Things are so much easier if you do make the effort and learn language. It really did enhance our like without the language, I wouldn't have been half the volunteer that I was. So.
Right, that's incredible. That's really good. So, what are you planning to do to take this forward? Are you planning to study languages at university, or?
I'm not planning on studying languages, but one thing that I will be in my life, I'll be a lot more keen to learn even just basic phrases, because you realise that it's really important for people if they see that you're willing to come there and accept their culture and use their own language, you can go a lot further.
With that, did you feel you made a difference to the boys' lives at the end of the day? Alex, do you feel you had an impact?
Yes, we both actually do, which is, I know a lot of, that's one of the main objectives for volunteers, to go and make a difference. But sadly not everyone at the end of the year feels that way. But obviously we had many challenges throughout the year, and between both of us working together, we got through them, built a brilliant relationship with the boys by the end, and yeah, we feel like we've had a positive impact in their lives through being responsible role models.
Excellent. And what do you think has changed in your life in the last year? What qualities has this whole experience brought to you?
I think we've gained a lot of patience. Working with criminal boys, you do learn, they do test you, it's always going to happen, and you do learn to deal with that. Also understanding, I think we understand the world a bit better, and also just working with boys of that nature, you realise like what they've been through must have been so tough, and that does have an effect on you. I work so much harder in everything I do from now on, you know, I really will. But yeah, I think we've just learned a bit more about ourselves as well. When you're tested the way that we were tested, we really did have some tough times, and you learn to, we found our sort of strength to get through that and then carry on. I think that was an important part of our year, to be fair.
That sounds great. It sounds as if it was an amazing experience and quite challenging circumstances for you as well. So, Well done to both of you for taking that forward and having an impact.